I'm going to show you how I diagnose and fix this dead Vizio TV, as well as a quick adjustment you can make in your settings to help extend the life of your TV post-repair. As you can tell, when I power it on, I have no standby light. So let's open it up and take a look inside. Our first step will be to measure the output voltage of the power supply going to the main board at connector CN102. Before we start, I am going to disconnect the main board from circuit and remove the LED driver. This way we can isolate the power supply. So I'm going to plug in our power supply. We're going to go to DC mode, and I'm using the chassis ground for our negative lead, and the red positive lead we'll use to measure the pins. Starting with pin 1 or 2, we're supposed to get 18 volts. 3 or 4 also supposed to get 18 volts. We're getting nothing. And then pin 9 and 10, I don't believe we're going to get any voltage because those are signal lines that are supposed to come from the main board, and since we disconnected it, we're getting nothing. So this does confirm our power supply is at fault. Let's remove it and take a closer look at our workbench. If you have found the video helpful so far, make sure to hit that like and subscribe for more content. I've already spent some time checking fuses, transistors, and diodes for shorts, as well as for open resistors, and so far I have found no faults. So next step is to take a closer look at the back of our board, more specifically IC600. So I've already done a couple of voltage checks, and if we take a look at pin 8 over here, we're getting about 110, 111 volts, and then pin 6 over here, we're getting about 3.5 volts, 3.6. So according to the data sheet, pin 8 is our HV line and pin 6 is our VCC line. This is our pin 5 and we're getting 0. Pin 2, I'm gonna measure from over here, and pin 3, also 0 volts. Pin 2 is named the FB line, which is supposed to be hooked up to our optocouplers. Pin 3 is CS. This pin monitors the primary peak current, but also offers an overpower compensation adjustment. When the CS pin is brought above 1.2 volts, the part is permanently latched off. We're not getting any voltages there. And finally, pin 5, our DRV line, is the driver's output to an external MOSFET gate, which also we're not getting any output voltage. Because I wasn't able to find any faulty components earlier, we're going to go ahead and assume that this IC is faulty and needs to be replaced. So let's go ahead and do that next. I'm going to first start by adding some extra solder to all the pins, and then a little bit of flux. And finally, I'm going to use my hot air in combination with the iron to help it out so that we can desolder a little quicker. Oh, and there we go. While the board is still hot, I'm going to go ahead and desolder that extra solder we put on there earlier. Give it a quick clean with our isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to add a little solder to our pin 1 and then slide the IC into it. Just like that. Whoa! Start that over. Alright, so we're going to power back up and see what we get on that IC now. Alright, so our HV pin 8 is still about 114, so a little higher. See, our VCC now is at 16 volts. Okay, so if your VCC is at the 3.5 volts we were seeing, not at 16, then that IC chip is bad. This one over here is 0.008. This one's our ground. Okay, we're still getting about 0 volts. This one is now getting 0.619 volts and 1.334 volts. If you have a defective power supply you'd like for us to fix, let us know in the comments below with the model number and symptoms, or you can contact us directly. Our contact info will be in the video description below. All right, let's go ahead and live test it. If this works, stick around so I can show you that adjustment in the settings to extend the TV's life after repair. And we do have our standby light on the bottom left corner, so we didn't have that before. Let's go ahead and power it up. Okay, and we have a picture. The most common fault we see with LED TVs is LED strip failure, aka your backlight. All you need to do is lower it down by 20%, and doing this won't affect the quality of the picture very much, but it will help extend the life of the set. If you didn't already, now you have to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.